Good morning this Wednesday, the 12th of April. I'm Grady Wolf, a market analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street ended mixed again on Tuesday as investors tried to shrug off recession concerns ahead of the release of key inflation data out later this week. The Dow Jones rose 0.3%, the S&P 500 finished muted, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq fell 0.4% on Tuesday. Investors are anticipating the release of the March readings for Consumer Price Index out Wednesday and Producer Price Index out Thursday to gain an insight into just how the Fed might proceed on its current rate hike journey. Moderna shares fell more than 3% overnight after the biotech firm said it's delaying its flu vaccine after the experimental vaccine did not meet the criteria for early success in a late-stage trial. In Europe, markets closed higher following the return to trade after the Easter long weekend, with the mining giants leading the gains across the board. Germany's DAX rose 0.4% on Tuesday, while the French CAC added 0.9%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 added 0.6%. The local market closed 1.26% higher on the first trading session of the shortened week, led by a surge in materials and consumer discretionary stocks. The materials sector was likely boosted by strengthening commodity prices and demand outlook from China, while consumer discretionary stocks were possibly driven higher by consumer confidence lifting. On that note, Westpac consumer confidence rebounded 9.4% in April to the highest level since June 2022, following the RBA announcing a pause in interest rate hikes last week. The largest gains in consumer confidence were for the outlook in property prices. Now, business confidence for March also improved in data out yesterday, with the reading coming in at -1 point from -4 points in February. But business conditions slightly dropped from 17 to 16 points for the month, indicating business confidence has stabilised but remains below the average at -1 index point. Newcrest mining shares jumped over 5% on Tuesday after the Aussie gold miner announced it had received an upgraded takeover offer from US gold mining giant Newmont, valuing the company at almost $30 billion, implying a share price of $32.87 per share, or a 22% premium to Newcrest's previous closing price. After assessing the revised proposal, Newcrest has agreed to grant Newmont the opportunity to conduct confirmatory due diligence to enable it to put forward a binding proposal. Evergreen Lithium debuted on the ASX yesterday, jumping 20% during its debut session, in another sign the lithium era is far from over. The Lithium Explorer aims to mirror the successes of neighbours Core Lithium and Liontown Resources through its flagship Bino project, Fortune Lithium and Kenny projects. On the commodities front this morning, crude oil is trading 2.4% higher at $81.63 a barrel, its highest level since January, buoyed by prospects of higher Chinese demand and tighter global supplies. Gold is up 0.73% at $2,004.14 an ounce, and iron ore is up 0.42% at $120 a tonne. Taking a look at the Aussie dollar, one Aussie dollar is buying 67 US cents, 88.97 Japanese yen, 54.89 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 7 cents. Ahead of the local trading session, the SPI futures are anticipating the ASX to open 0.34% higher to start the midweek trading session in the green. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has increased its price target on 4D Medical from 96 cents to $1.05 and maintain a speculative buy rating on the company following the company announcing it has signed an inaugural contract in the US to deliver its XV-LVAS scans to a hospital client in the US in the first steps of commercialization for the company's lung scanning technology. And Trading Central have identified a bullish signal on Beach Energy following the formation of a pattern over a period of 37 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $1.54 to the range of $1.73 to $1.77, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for this morning. Have a wonderful Wednesday and happy investing.